So that plane crash last night, guys, definitely an inside job, and I'm going to tell you why. For one thing, President Trump posts a graphic to Truth Social the night before, which is 2 nights ago now, saying, "Watch the water." Somehow he had some kind of intel telling him that something was going to happen over a water event. If he knew, why wouldn't he stop it? CNN and the New York Times posts about the plane crash 2 to 3 hours before it even happens. I'm going to show you that in a bit. Make sure you click that link below to access the full video on how this plane crash links up with the one 40 years ago in the same Potomac River in the same exact spot. And this has all the markings of a cult ritual sacrifice by Freemasons. In that video, you're going to see the number 14 come into play, 14th Street Bridge. Here it comes into play again when you add up the numbers of this flight, 5342. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. There you go. Oh yeah, one more number that comes into play with Freemasonry, the number 33. You guys already know, 33rd degree Freemason is the highest one you get to before you become a Master Mason and a Shriner. This plane, you guessed it, was approaching runway number 33. Now this is the graphic in question where a night before, you can see January 28th at the bottom, and it says watch the water. Did he know about this? And if he did, why didn't he stop it? Did Donald Trump have some kind of intel that something was going to happen? Or maybe he didn't know conclusively, but he knew something was going to happen. Otherwise, he wouldn't have posted this. Now look in the upper left-hand corner. 10:43 p.m. Wednesday, January 29th is when this screenshot was taken. And CNN and the New York Times post 6 and 5 hours ago. How did they know? That was well before the crash occurred. And I always said mass media was a puppet. It's all fake news, just like Donald Trump said many years ago. I knew that in 2007 when I graduated with a telecommunications degree and decided not to pursue a job with it, because it's all controlled and it's all fake. Okay, so this address is really odd. This is where the helicopter first departed from, and you can see the current owners are the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia. And also note that they didn't pay property taxes when the neighbors all did. So this address is ironic for me because two of the last names are Lawton and McLean, and those were the names of two of the cooks in my unit while I was in Germany in the active army. So here is the flight path on something called globe.adsbexchange.com, and you can see on the upper left corner where it's coming from, McLean, Virginia. Here's a close-up of that neighborhood, and you're not going to get this from the mass media, folks. They are not going to tell you this. And here's a further drilled down close-up. You can see Lawton Street, Parkview.